Alison Arngrim, whose real name was Alison Margaret Arngrim, was born on January 18, 1962, in the busy city of New York. She is a natural performer who loves people and has a talent for making them laugh, so it is not surprising that she started in the entertainment industry at a young age, beginning with commercials and bit parts, and working her way up the years. Her parents in New York, from the age of Alison's talents, were fostered by Thor Arm, a Hollywood manager, and Norma McMillan, an actress known for her voice acting. At the age of 10, Alison even had the chance to film a full-length film. Alison also had a recurring role on the television program Juvenile Jury, which featured a panel-style format. During these early years, cast out the anchor in sunny Florida. Though she kept it a secret from her family and co-workers at the time, Alison endured the agony of abuse in silence. In many ways, these experiences overshadowed her childhood, which is why her near retirement from acting at the age of 11 seemed premature. Fortunately, the world had not yet seen the full extent of Alison's extraordinary abilities. Little did she know that after a string of failed auditions, a role awaited her that would introduce her to a new circle of friends who would eventually become her second family. Alison's father felt obliged to voice his worries that she might not pursue acting as a job for the rest of her life. He encouraged her to think about giving up on her pursuits, but Alison clung to the possibility of another chance. And within 6 months of that crucial discussion, at the audition, destiny grinned at her and gave her the part of Nellie Oleson. Alison was given the chance to play both Laura and Mary, and she found that she more closely matched Mary's quiet personality. Later, she even felt that she hadn't really portrayed Carrie, but she was determined to try again. In her debut episode, Country Girls, Alison chose to try out for the character of Nellie. In the audition scene, Nellie smugly reads a paper she prepared about her family and their social status, while also exposing their lack of true friendships. Nell's character is incredibly snooty and oblivious to her shortcomings. Alison shared her opinions about the role with her father, showing him a preview of her performance, and he was instantly enthralled. The casting director shared her feelings, which resulted in a callback and the scheduling of outfit fittings because it looked that no one else could really capture Nellie Oleson. On screen, Alison and Melissa Gilbert, who played Laura, got into endless arguments that frequently left Alison covered in mud, drenched in water, or carrying the scars from their skirmishes. But behind the scenes, they grew up together on the remote set and treasured each other's company. Alison credits the role of Nellie with helping her come out of her shell and giving her the childhood memories she had missed. In addition, Alison developed a close relationship with her on-screen husband, Prairie, played by Steve Tracy. At first, Alison and Melissa were anxious about meeting the person she would be working closely with, so they took it upon themselves to screen every possible applicant who fit the description. When they finally met Steve Tracy, Alison found they had a lot in common and a sincere friendship blossomed between them. These relationships, along with Alison's unwavering commitment to her role, helped Little House on the Prairie succeed. Alison holds her co-stars in high regard, especially admiring the dedication after a one-year hiatus from the television series Alison. Catherine Scotty McGregor gave her all in her role as the evil Harriet Oleson. The Return of Nellie was the title of the episode in which the characters on film caught up and reminisced. Felt like a real reunion for Alison, and Nellie's character also goes through, after Little House on the Prairie ended, I had a full circle moment and realized that I was really that awful, which is the same introspection that many bullies eventually undergo. Alison has tried her hand at several roles in television and movies, but her real love is theater. She has demonstrated her talent in stand-up shows, theatrical productions, and even made fun of her famous character, Mrs. Oleson, during the first weekend of Prairie. This lighthearted show blends aspects of Saturday Night Live and Glee Little House on the Prairie. A funny combination of exaggeration and nightlife. About a year after her time on Little House, Alison started to deal with the residual effects of depression brought on by her childhood abuse. Rather than taking medication, she decided to undergo intensive therapy to address the issue and get past her challenges. As she became stronger and regained confidence in her own life, she found a renewed desire to help others, which was inspired by her own experience of child abuse. Alison actively engages in advocacy work to safeguard children currently. She holds the position of President of the National Association to Protect Children, an organization committed to ensuring the safety and protection of children. She had delivered powerful speeches before the California State Senate, participated in legislative campaigns across various states, and made substantial contributions to shaping federal legislation aimed at safeguarding children's welfare. Her friendship with Steve Tracy proved to be a transformative moment in Alison's life. When Steve courageously shared his diagnosis of being HIV positive, she stood by his side, gaining a deep understanding of the disease during a time when fear and misconceptions were rampant. Eager to educate herself, she enrolled in the AIDS Project Los Angeles Hotline training program, immersing herself in the knowledge about HIV. Before long, Alison was delivering impactful speeches about HIV across the city, leveraging her popularity as to initiate discussions on this challenging topic. Her dedication to this cause persists as she continues her work with AIDS Project Los Angeles to this day. A remarkable event occurred when the town of Walnut Grove and Alison Arngrim collaborated on a fundraiser for AIDS research. It was an opportunity for Alison to visit all the original historic sites associated with the show for the first time. The real Walnut Grove differed significantly from the Semi-Valley filming location, but Plum Creek felt familiar, delighting her audience. Alison reenacted one last playful tumo into the creek, exclaiming "Mother" in her unmistakable Nellie-esque style in 2010. After Alison's book Confessions of a Prairie, How I Survived Nellie Oleson and Learned to Love Being Hatred was published, fans continue to swarm to hear her stand-up comedy routine, eager to connect with the witty and resilient woman behind Nellie Oleson. Thank you for your time, and goodbye to all of you. This memoir chronicles her journey through the struggles and victories of being a child star and embodying the iconic role of a villain.